Awareness class is the next class, which comes right at the back of that. So if you're there at standard and you want to stick around or just come for awareness, that is running 9 to 15. And River and Kyle, you guys will be there again. Jorge will be there as well, and Elizabeth Mose, which is Kyle's beautiful mother and an elder that we have at Tracker School who's been around from the 90s and absorbed so much of the incredible skills and teachings of Tom, Malcolm, and everyone else. So she's going to be there as well. Don't miss that one. August 9 to 15. Kyle, do you want to share with us a bit about awareness class?
Yeah. So for me, it's what I like about awareness class because I went and did it at one point. There was like Tom was doing these series of classes where he did like standard awareness, standard advanced tracking awareness. So he kind of broken it up when I was like going through. And so like I'd been and I'd volunteered in the standard class right before. And, and for anyone that hasn't volunteered for standard, that's also like awesome fun. It's like the second half of the class. You're making all of the props, like you're making all the teaching tools, building the cooking fire, you're getting the traps ready, you're getting the bojos ready, all this sort of stuff. It's an awesome time, and we all get to hang out. We all get to see the light bulb happen. It's like, oh, I can rub two sticks together, I can make fire. This unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is awesome. So sorry, I digress. The So I was volunteering there, and then I did the awareness class afterwards. And one of the things that I recognize within awareness is it's basically like the way that Tom taught it was that, and this came from Stalking Wolf and how he taught him, was that awareness is the most important physical skill and the most important spiritual skill. So, bar none, within this lineage and philosophy of thought, awareness is the most important. And it's encompassing in terms of it's not just necessarily like, okay, what are my senses saying? It is that, but it's beyond that. It's also what's my body saying? What's the earth saying? What are the concentric rings saying? What are the birds saying? What are all these different things saying? And how can I get out of my own way where like there's so much stuff within the way that we work as a society because we're such an eye-oriented society, right? Like right now we're just looking at a screen, right? Like we're focused and like I'm grateful that we're focused and for all you guys here. But at the same time, like there's so much more going on, so much more going on. But we're looking at our phones, we're looking at this, we're looking at that. Like we've had our awareness just like kind of tunnel in to this point where it's not necessarily open in this ever-flowing conversation. And the way that I look at awareness is it's about redeveloping relationship with how to exist in connection with life. That's what it is fundamentally. What is life? What is life saying? What does it want me to do even? What's my purpose in life? That comes from awareness, right? From that connection, that relationship. How to move through the woods without making sound or without the birds alerting to you being there because you have such a deep conversation, such a deep relationship with the woods in that area, where it's like, okay, if I move in this way, I know that I am moving within the context, the consciousness of the woods in that way. And then and if I just try and do that from my normal everyday work mind, it usually doesn't work, right? It usually doesn't work. I'm usually like falling over or like bumbling or thinking about A, B, and C. And so I'm not actually in communion with like, what are my feet telling me? What is my body telling me? And so we get into lots of exercises, especially as we go in like the scout class and stuff, where you actually put a blindfold on and you start to learn, okay, what are all these different things, different senses, different ways of knowing, different ways of communicating and moving through the woods or moving through life? And what are the ways that I'm missing? Like, what are my blind spots? Not only in my normal everyday awareness, but like in my life. What am I missing? What don't I want to look at? And like all these beautiful, it becomes the cycle, right? You go out, you have an awareness externally, you bring it back internally, and it refines and it builds and it builds and it builds to the point where we're going to be doing things like, you know, that you didn't think were possible, right? You're going to be walking and know where a tree is without having any, like, with your blindfold on, without having any understanding of how that could be there. There's no shadow, there's nothing else. It's just that we learn that there is a different way of communicating, a different way of being, of feeling, of like all of this stuff beyond just what we've been told is like the box that we can exist within. And so for me, what awareness ends up being is it's like moving outside of the box and then continuing to move outside of the box to the point where we know, or any time that we go back within it, we can move back out. It's like this passive expansion of ourselves where then we can just enjoy life to the fullest and be less burdened by our own stuff and also just be more enjoying all of the communications and out there.
Wow. I think everyone needs to sign up for that one.
I love it.
It's a big one. It's a beautiful one. It's a really good description you gave, Kyle. So you can head to, thank you, Carol. You can head to the website. I know she popped it in the chat for anyone wanting to hit that link, but trackerschool.com, it'll give you full description of the classes. And there's going to be plenty more classes, coming with next year. They're still working on the schedule for that. But these ones are out in the corner. Don't miss them.